Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Bill. Today's video is going to be on the skuld. It's the hybrid class of a barbarian and a bard, and this is me building one from level 1 to 5. I'm going to do this video a little different. Usually I have notes pre-made on doing it. Instead I'll have the book in front of me and I'll be making some notes into the notebook as I'm talking to you guys. And I'll be reading stuff quickly to myself and then simplifying it to explain it to you guys. So, the skuld. They're a barbarian bard hybrid class. Their hit dice is a d8. Their important spellcasting stat is charisma. So you're going to want that to be a 16 or higher. 16 is the maximum spell level they can get. 6 is the maximum spell level they can get. You're going to want, for the barbarian raging aspect, a high strength and a high con. So that way you have lots of hit points, you can rage longer, and you can deal out massive points of damage in melee. So they are proficient in all simple and martial weapons and light and medium armor and shields, except for tower shields. Their best saves is their fortitude save and their will save. The attack bonus progression they get is like a rogue or a cleric. They'll get 3 attacks at 20th level. So they start at level 1 with bardic knowledge, so they get to add half their level to their knowledge skills. They get 0 level spells, so cantrips. They get inspired rage +1, and in parentheses it's +2 strength and con. They get a raging song and scribe scroll, and they get access to first level spells at this level. They only know 2 first level spells, and they can cast 1. They get 1 slot to cast per day, plus any bonus spells for having a high charisma. So, raging song. You can use Raging Song 3 plus your charisma modifier times per day, and plus 2 additional times per day per level. If a Raging Song affects allies, when the skuld begins Raging Song, and at the start of each ally's turn in which they can hear the Raging Song, the skuld's allies must decide whether to accept or refuse its effects. Inspired Rage. So essentially, the bard can make him and his allies rage with the Raging Song and Inspired Rage. The allies get a +2 to their strength and con, and +1 to will saves, and they also get the -1 AC penalty that barbarians get for raging. So a skuld can essentially make the whole party a party of barbarians. I really like that. And then the scribe scroll feat you get at first level is self-explanatory. You can make scrolls, which isn't going to be that great because you don't get a lot of spells. Say by 5th level, you're going to have 6 0-level spells, which is the maximum number of spells you're going to know out of 0 level. And you'll have 4 first level spells, which you could know up to 2 more. So not saying the spells that are picked will be bad, just saying it's not a lot of versatility. And then you'll have 3 second level spells at 5th level. So just looking ahead and trying to figure a few things out. So now let's go back into the levels. So level 2, you get your first attack bonus at level 2. So your base attack's now +1. You get versatile performance and well-versed. Versatile performance. You could choose one type of perform skill associated with the skuld class. You can use this bonus and the skill in place of bonus associated skills listed below. So essentially it gives you multiple other skills based on what type of perform you have. So if you have oratory, so storytelling, you could apply your perform bonus to what they have down here, diplomacy and sense motive. If you had percussion, you can do handle animal and intimidate. If you had sing, you could do bluff and sense motive. And if you had string, you could do bluff and diplomacy. You could apply your perform bonus to those skills, including your extra class level bonus to the perform. That is cool. And at 7th level, which the class build that I'm doing is not going to get that high, but at 7th level, you get another one. Another type of perform that you would get to add those bonuses to the extra skills. And then well-versed. At 2nd level, you get a +4 bonus against other bardic performances and all sonic or language dependent effects. So that's going to be interesting. People can't charm you as easily with that, or they can't command you as easily. At 3rd level, now you got Rage Power and Song of Marching. Song of Marching. Okay, by expending 1 round of Raging Song, the skuld invigorates allies within 60 feet who may hustle for the next hour. This movement counts as a walk, not a hustle, for the purpose of occurring non-lethal damage and fatigue. But the skuld must do the performance for the whole hour. And then what was the other one? Rage Power. Rage Power would just be any barbarian power out of the barbarian selection. If this has anything new, you would have something different you could pick from. So those are self-explanatory. You just have to figure out what type of barbarian you're playing and what would be appropriate to what you've already played if you started this class at 1st level. So 4th level, you get Inspired Rage +2. And then Uncanny Dodge. Uncanny Dodge, if I remember correctly, here it is. Can't be caught flat-footed. Don't lose your dex to AC if the attacker is invisible. Okay, so there's Uncanny Dodge. Okay, so now 5th level. Spell Keening once per day. Okay, now that is very entertaining, and that makes this class even better. Spell Keening. At 5th level, a skuld is learned on the magic of other spellcasters. and can use his own magic to duplicate those classes' spells. Once per day, a skald can cast any spell on the bard, cleric, or sorcerer/wizard spell list as if it were one of his skald spells known, expending a skald spell slot of the same spell level to cast the desired spell. Casting a spell with a spell keening always has a minimum casting time of 1 full round, regardless of the casting time of the spell. So, yeah, that's going to be very, very entertaining, because there takes away the limit that this class had as if it was just a bard. You only have so many spells you know. Though you could carry scrolls of other spells, you were still limited to whatever you were carrying or what you knew. That takes that away. Once per day is what you start with at 5th level. So once per day you can cast any spell that fits within your levels of spell casting. And at 5th level you have, what was it? 5th level you have access to 2nd level spells. So you can cast any 2nd level spell, any 1st level spell, any 0 level spell that is accessible to only clerics, wizards, and sorcerers, and other bard spells you just don't know. So that is cool. If I was to pick feats for this class, starting off, I would see what feats would boost the performance, the bardic performance aspect of it, and then I'd go into combat feats. I'd take toughness, take power attack, take cleave, and stuff like that. This is very interesting. I like it. For a book that I don't use much, I've found a few very entertaining classes. So let's go into what spells you would know by 5th level. You'll know 6 0-level spells. You'll know 4 1st level spells, and you'll know 3 2nd level spells. So I would start out with, as far as 0-level spells, I'd start out with the staples, detect magic, a light spell of some sort, and an attack spell of some sort. And then from there, just anything else that would complement what I've already got. At 1st level, I'd take a defensive spell and an offensive spell, and then do something that has a cool effect next level, or a transportation spell like, I don't know if that bards get mount, but it'd be like mount, where you could get a thing that would allow you to travel larger distances easier. And then 2nd level spells, combat again, and then defense, attack, and then something that would do something very useful or entertaining by my 5th level. So that's how I would pick my spells. There's not actually a list of spells attached to this class like most of the classes have, so I can't just go through the list quickly and go, I'd pick this, 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 or this. So that's what you're going to get on that aspect, but that is very impressive. So that is the Skuld class build from 1st to 5th level, me doing it without having notes ahead of time. So if you all like that, put it in the comments below. I'll do more of the classes that way. Or if you like the other version where I have notes pre-made and I'm just looking off my notes and talking to you guys, I can go back to doing it that way. Well, until we meet again.